Hi, guys. So, I got some pretty exciting things that I want to share with you. I wasn't sure if I was going to share them just because when the Lord gives me something, if He wants to share something with me or a word, He usually gives me a dream or a vision. And sometimes I do receive words, but this week, you guys, He's just been downloading things to me left and right. And it's hard for me to explain, but you just know when the Lord is speaking to you. And so Thursday or so, I had asked for confirmation and I received a couple of them. So I'm going to share everything that he's given me this week and I'm just going to get right into it. So on Monday or Tuesday, I woke up with the words lift off and exit. You guys, those words are pretty self explanatory when we think about the rapture. So these words just stayed so strong in my spirit all day long. And I thought that's all I would get. And I had asked for a dream or whatever that afternoon and I didn't receive anything. But the next day, I received a couple more words. And I got pastor, church, cross, disappear, pay attention, and era. And you guys, cross and era just stood out like a sore thumb and it just laid so heavy on me. And so I decided to look up the meaning of era. And of course, you guys know what it means, but I'm just going to read it anyways. A date or event marking the beginning of a new and distinct period of time. A system of chronology dating from a particular noteworthy event. So if you guys have anything to add to this, just please leave it in the comments below. So the next day, you guys, I asked for confirmation of all that I was receiving, and I had a dream. And in my dream, I had gotten married. And I was standing at the altar, and there was like a back room to this altar. And I was standing in the doorway of this room. And I was watching my bridesmaids walk down the aisle, and one by one, they were coming into the room. And I started looking for a speech I was going to give. And so I'm just like going crazy looking all over the room for this speech. And this bridesmaid of mine said that I didn't have time, that it was over, and I just didn't have time to do the speech because the next wedding was beginning. And I knew in my dream it was 6:00. And so I looked back down the aisle and I saw this girl. Her name is Gail. And she was a girl that I used to go to high school with back 25 plus years ago. And so I just thought it was strange that I dreamt of this girl that I haven't even thought of for numerous years. So again, it's 6:00 and I looked at one of my bridesmaids and I said that I was kind of hurt that Gail didn't have me a bridesmaid. And my bridesmaid said something like, "You silly girl, you can't be a bridesmaid because you're a bride." And that was the end of my dream. So when I got up, I looked up the meaning of the name Gail. And it means joy of the Father, to rejoice, rejoicing. I also looked up at 6:00 because that really laid heavy in my heart too, that I knew in my dream it was 6:00. So I came across Matthew 27:45. Now from the 6th hour, there was darkness over all the land to the 9th hour. And I also came across this that is on my screen. The term hour referred to a period of time, 1/12 of the daylight part of the day, while daylight is longer in summer than in winter, and therefore summer hours were longer than winter hours. As a general rule, the first hour was equivalent to 6 to 7 a.m. on a modern day clock, and so on. And then it also says Jesus Christ was crucified at the time of year near the spring equinox, when daylight and darkness are roughly of equal duration. He was hung on the cross during the 3rd hour. Darkness come over the land during the 6th hour and lasted until the 9th hour, which was 2 to 3 p.m., at which time Jesus died on the cross. So 6 o'clock is the 12th hour. And as soon as I saw that, I thought about the vision I had roughly about a month ago, where I saw the clock at 11:59 and 55 seconds. And when my vision started, the seconds hand was at 55, but it did not move for a couple seconds into my vision. And then it started moving 56, 57, 58, 59, and it stopped at exactly 12 o'clock. My vision continued for a couple more seconds, but the seconds hand did not. So I knew that the Lord was telling us time was up. There was no more time. So again, I just believe the Lord is saying we have no more time. He is coming. We need to be ready. So, of course, I asked for another confirmation, and I believe it was Thursday morning. You guys, normally I get my dreams in the afternoon, and I get really excited to take my naps, because that's one reason I take my naps, just because I'm excited to see if the Lord will give me a dream, and it's just a 50-50 shot at it. But at nighttime, I am such a dead sleeper that I know that I dream, but I just can never really remember my dreams. But Thursday morning when I woke up, the second that I woke up, you guys, I knew that I had gotten, it has come full circle. And I knew that it had to do with Israel. You guys, again, it's so hard to explain because I just can't remember dreaming. But I mean, it was like the second I opened my eyes, that's what I had gotten. And I knew that I had dreamt something or said this while I was sleeping. So for me to remember, I knew it was from the Lord. So again, I said, it has come full circle, and I knew it had to do with Israel. So the second that I sat up in bed, I got cup of trembling. Okay, I just woke up, you guys. I was still like 3/4 asleep. But I just felt this urgency, and it was like I felt the trembling, and I just got up and I got my coffee and I grabbed my computer, and I knew cup of trembling had to do with the end times. But again, guys, I was just out of it. And so I had to look it up. And it says, behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all people round about, when they shall be in the siege both against Judah and Jerusalem. And that's in Zechariah 12:12. And it just like, wow, because we have been talking about Jerusalem becoming a burdensome stone ever since Trump has declared Jerusalem, the capital of Israel. So you guys, just all these things are just coming at me like boom, boom, boom. And as the morning went on and I was just doing a little bit of research, I asked the Lord, I said, I felt like I had dreamt something. And so I just asked the Lord, I said, if I'm supposed to remember something, please bring it back to my memory. And I got like a quick vision of Will Smith. And I knew as soon as the Lord showed me Will Smith, I had a dream about Will Smith, but I cannot remember for the life of me what I had dreamt. And I know I've gotten quite a few hundred subscribers in the last week or two. So for you guys, just to update you guys on this, I had a dream back in June that I saw TV with a news broadcast with Will Smith's picture, and in the banner below it said Will Smith dead at the age of 49. At the same time, roughly, I got Libra, and I didn't not know nothing about Will Smith. So when I Googled him, he was born on September 25th, which is Libra. And I'm not going to get into everything again about Will Smith, but he just did the movie Bright and Gemini Man, which I also received twins, and so many other people received twins. So I prayed and asked the Lord if I was supposed to continue with Will Smith, just let me know. And you guys, I'm just seeing Will Smith everywhere. And now, again, it's been shown to me. So You guys, I'm not sure. It's driving me absolutely crazy not knowing what the Lord is trying to show me. And I know in due time He's going to show me. But I did come across Will Smith's channel and I did subscribe just to see if anything sticks out. So if you guys know or come across anything with Will Smith, please let me know ASAP. But you guys, I counted today, we're 41 days away from the end of the Jubilee year, 5777, 2017. We are just right there, you guys. And I'm not saying the rapture is going to happen by then, but the chances of it is extremely high right now. Every day that goes by is just one day closer we are to going home. But again, guys, just cannot just focus on the rapture and all that's happening and being on YouTube all the time. The Lord wants us in that intimate time with Him, that one-on-one time, reading our Bible, spending time with Him in whatever way you guys do it. He just wants us to love Him and spend time with Him. He wants to be a part of everything that we're doing in our lives. And I'm not trying to look too far in the future. Today, I'm going to be looking at the next 40 days. After that, I'm going to be looking at spring again because I had so many spring rapture dreams last spring. So you guys, I'm just trying to take it month by month. And, May 14th, we all know that that is the 70 years of Israel becoming a nation. And so that's kind of like my deadline. I'm not going to look too much further into that. I want to try and schedule all my camping stuff. I'm getting excited for camping, but like I told my husband, I said, I'd much rather be in heaven with Jesus than camping this summer. So let's just take it day by day and just see what February, March has. And then we'll be looking at April and then we'll be looking at May and, just don't look too far in the future, you guys, but stay focused on the Lord. We just know that the time is at hand. We are running out of time, and I'm not going to get back into everything that I want to say again because I've said it over and over and over. But you guys just stay focused on the Lord. Keep close to Him and just love Him and love each other and forgive each other and just keep on looking up. The Lord tells us to rejoice. Rejoice. When you see these things happening, look up. Your redemption is nigh. And once we're home, guys, we're home. We don't ever have to go through all this drama stuff ever again in our lives. We're all have different paths and we're all going through different things. But in the end, we're all going to end up in heaven together and we're going to be with Jesus and it's just going to be so awesome. I can't think about it too much because I just get so excited. I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. But I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great weekend. Be blessed. Jesus loves you. I love you. Take care.